Hello, this is take 4 of me trying to complete my introductory video. My name is Rosales-Burdin. I live in Lafayette, Indiana, where I currently reside with my husband of 12 years and our 4-year-old who seems to be going on 16, but she's always fun for sure. And our 2 dogs, Kiko and Susie. My journey has been a non-traditional one, where I started at Ivy Tech, so a community college, earning my associate's degree in business administration and a certificate in human resources. To be honest, I didn't know where I was going with that. I just thought I could have had better odds of getting a decent job if I had some sort of college under my belt. So as I started going to school there, I then ended up getting a job there full time as an administrative clerk in admissions. During that time, I also got to meet 2 awesome people specifically that became my mentors, who then also encouraged me to continue my education post associate's degree, to continue to that hopefully would be more advantageous for me. So I was convinced. I went on and I earned my undergraduate degree from Purdue University in organizational leadership supervision, because I always had a desire to lead and to educate others, and to be there for support. So I did this as I continued to work full time at Ivy Tech. Following my undergraduate degree, in addition to continuing to work at in the student affairs office, I started teaching student success courses at Ivy Tech, which then I enjoyed so much. But I knew that I had to earn my master's degree if I wanted to continue teaching, and continue teaching adults and or at the collegiate level. So that's when I discovered Ball State's online adult and community education program, which now I'm excited to say this is my last semester. So earning my dual major, Master's of Art in Adult and Community Education and Executive Development for Public Service, with an addition of a graduate certificate in Early Childhood Program Administration. So that will always be fun to explain. Even though they seem like to be on different spectrums, on different ends of the spectrums, I have found, through my experience, my professional experience, I have learned how merging those two with adult and early childhood could be even more advantageous as we are moving forward and educating ourselves and educating others. Because while I worked at Ivy Tech, after working in my last 3 years, I became the assistant director for dual credit. So I had the opportunity to also start working with K through 12. In addition to, part of that work was to hold professional development events for teachers. So we would hold events for teachers as well as holding events for students in K through 12. So that was always fun. And then I had my daughter, who, as a parent, I started to worry about her education and worry about what was I going to do as a parent and this and that. So early childhood education just seemed to fit. So I just thought that using my adult education and executive development for public service was a good catapult for opening and sustaining in the future a Spanish immersion early childhood education program for my community, and in hopes and a goal, a vision of spreading that that programs or the program that I'm hoping to have. So I'm completing my education a year after starting a new job, also as an academic advisor at Purdue University, which I have thoroughly enjoyed at the moment. And it's also great because I've been able to put into practice the methods I've been learning throughout my education with my students. So at the very least, I'm able to resonate with them, the fact that I am a student and they're a student. But it also helps me understand them as a student, and what their needs may be as a person, and as a developing person. It's been great, but that's kind of been my journey. Now, I chose this grant class for my research course because I know that funding for educational programs can be a challenge, no matter the age group, and learning how to ask for funding will be fundamental for me, and for any program that I am a part of, to sustaining that part of the educational programs for both the children in care, or the adults in care, and the teachers that care. I know it'll come, the value will be tenfold. So for my reading, I read through the grant writing manual because I wanted to start getting an idea of what to expect. It was very informative and an interesting read with examples, activities, and reflection for each concept. So it'll be interesting to me to see how it compares to our current text that we will be using for this course. I like that it started by dissecting the typical components of writing a grant proposal, and briefly describing each one, and later going into detail, from the number of words for each section, to the formatting of the questions, or to the formatting to the answers to the questions, I'm sorry, and to explaining the budgeting and how money will be used. It also provided a number of red flags to look for as we are writing our proposals. So I would recommend it as we are moving forward in each section that we're going to be writing for our own proposals. So again, I'm curious to see how it'll compare to our text, so I will keep you all updated. Excuse me. So that is all I have for you all tonight. I'm looking forward to a great semester. And I wish everybody the best as we move forward. Have a great night.